get out a pen and a paper. We're going to go through these strategies and secrets. I want you guys to put in the comments as we're going through these, maybe some challenges that you have in the close, maybe some objections that actually come up and prevent the deals from happening. Because right now, right, if we're going out into the marketplace, we're slamming head first into everyone that's trying to contract. We're getting a lot of objections, a lot of reasons people are giving us not to do business right now. Okay, so we need to be equipped with the right skills, the right tools, the right strategies, the right techniques to counteract that. Because number one, most important, is you have to, this is the first secret, you have to attach pain to not closing. You need to attach personal pain to not closing. Okay, what does that mean? That means what happens when you don't close a deal? If you truly believe in your product and your service and what you deliver to a client, okay, there should be some pain attached when you don't close the client. The close is not for you, it's for your clients. So put some of the services, put some of the products that you're selling in the comments. I'd love to see them, because it doesn't matter what you're selling. If you're selling healthcare, if you're selling real estate, if you're selling a product, if you're selling an intangible, if you're selling information, if you're selling solar, there needs to be some pain attached to that. If you're in medical sales and you don't make the sale, who does that hurt? It definitely hurts you. It hurts your confidence. It hurts your financial situation, your money, but it also hurts the patient. Okay, it also hurts the practice. It also helps society who needs your help, right? Oil and gas, man, you guys, the economy goes around on oil and gas. I mean, you guys don't get sales, things come to a screeching halt. So start to attach pain. That's secret number one, because if you don't have pain attached to the close, you're not going to push in. When you keep getting no's, you're going to get sold on their story more than you're sold on your story. And the customer is going to believe what you believe. Okay, I learned that from Grant. The customer is going to believe what you believe. So if you have conviction, if you know that your service, your treatment, if you're in healthcare and you know for a fact that your service and treatment will help the patient more than the money will help them being in their bank account, and you have to stay sold on them moving forward. So that's secret number one. Secret number two is you have to be sold on the close. Okay, I hear a lot of people trying to diminish the importance of the close. Okay, we have to build rapport. Okay, we have to give a great presentation. We have to build the relationship. Okay, of course, all of those things are important. There's no way you will get to a close unless the customer trusts you, you have rapport, you've built some type of relationship, but it's all centered around you actually exchanging something of value to help them. They don't benefit until you exchange your product or your service. So stay sold on the close. The close is the first time that you actually deliver value to the customer, right? Natural air fresheners, software setup, the travel industry, Mack trucks, video production. We have a lot of different products, a lot of different services on here. I want you to think of how, okay, when you don't close, there's actually pain attached to that for you and the customer. Now, when we get into the close, there can be a lot of different objections. Like, I want you guys to put some of the most common objections that you hear. Even though we have a ton of different industries, I guarantee you they're going to fit into 4 different categories. And here's what they are. Simplify and remove variables in the close. The 4 categories of objections that come up. Number 1 is time. It's not the right time. Number 2 is money. It's too much money. The down payment's not right. The monthly payment's not right. The interest isn't right. Number 3 is the product. It's the wrong product. It's the wrong service. It's the wrong package, meaning it doesn't actually solve a problem for them. And number 4 is it's just a stall. It's a red herring. It's something they're throwing up as a distraction so that they don't have to make a decision right now, because people are more uncomfortable in making a decision than they are about money. And so I'll tell you something, of the 4 objections, only one of them is actually the real objection. You guys know what that is? You want to post in the comments? There's time, money, product, and stall. Only one of them's the real objection. Gary, I love that. It's the product. It's the product. I tell my clients, hey, if you had something that was going to save their life, okay, they would move heaven and earth to get that product. It doesn't matter. They'd sell everything that they own. And then on the other spectrum, they wouldn't buy it if it was free. They wouldn't even take it if it was free. So we're somewhere between my life depends on it, and I wouldn't take it if it was free. And whether or not your product solves their problem is the real thing that's going to determine how motivated they are to make the money work, to make the time work, and to not give you a stalls and to move forward. So it's your job to inject certainty into that sales process. And that's the next secret here. Secret number 4 is you must build urgency in the close. You must build urgency. Now, Jared Kay, one of our top performers here at Grant's office, went through the 7 requirements for closing the sale earlier in the week. If you guys remember them, put them in the comments. Number 1 is having the decision maker. And this is from part of this webinar, but a different part. Number 2 is actually having the wherewithal. They can pay for it. Number 3 is being sold on the product. Number 4 is being sold on you and your company. Number 5 is having confidence in the product, which is different than being sold on it. That means confidence is, I'm confident it's going to solve my problem. Number 6 is a written offer. And number 7 is urgency. So the urgency has to be legitimate for the buyer. Okay, and where does urgency come from? Urgency comes from you. If you want your buyers to be urgent, you have to be urgent. And it comes from providing real relief. So if I'm selling, let's see, some of my products up here, I'm selling roller banners for exhibitions. Okay, how can I make that urgent? How is that solving a problem today? Why do they need it right now? If I'm selling natural air fresheners, I better expose a problem. Okay, they must have something in their environment right now that doesn't smell too good. So we need to provide relief to do that right now. You have to take this all the way to the end, and the end is solving the problem for them. So we have David. So what do you do when there are 2 or more people who decide and you can only meet with one of them? One of the rules is you always, always, always write the customer up. So no matter whether or not the decision maker is there or not, you always 100% write up. So great question. Let me give you the next one here. Secret number 5 is set the stage for the close. That means something we say here in the office. There's only 2 reasons you wouldn't do this right now. You're not the decision maker. And for us is you don't think your team is going to use it. For you, you need 2 questions. I can tell you what they're going to be. They're going to be, there's only 2 reasons you wouldn't do this. You're not the decision maker. You can't afford it. You don't think it would work, or you don't think you're going to use it. It doesn't matter what you're selling. It has to be one of those reasons. If I'm selling solar, the only reason you wouldn't purchase, if you believe anything that I'm saying right now, is you're not the decision maker, you can't afford it, or you don't think it's actually going to work. You don't think it's actually going to decrease your expense, or you don't believe in green energy. So you have to set the stage for the close and eliminate the other variables.